I'm gonna start with being a husband. What makes being a husband worth it for you?
For me, this person has my best interest at heart. I move a certain way. Sometimes I get overly aggressive in an area, especially business-wise. Like I'll see an opportunity and I kind of go into, we're going to get this. And to have a person by your side that you love and trust enough to say, well, hold on. I'm not saying don't do it,
Yeah.
but let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And you trust and value that person's perspective and opinion enough to know that they're not just trying to stunt your growth.
Yeah.
They just know, I've been around long enough to know if you jump off this cliff and you're not ready to jump off this cliff, you're going to kick yourself later. So now I know the conversation to have with you. So that balance, I need a certain level of checks and balance in my life.
Hold tight though.
Yeah.
How old were you when you were able to accept that challenge of your thought?
I said I accept it.
Oh. Let's get it. Welcome to the Dear Son Show. We have beautiful conversations about life through the lens of fatherhood. It's for fathers, those with fathers, and the fatherless, so nobody's left out. These are the conversations we want our sons to access as they grow through life in the manhood, so no topics are off limits. I'm one of your hosts, D. Johns.
I'm your other host, Jay Black.
Don't worry about the laugh. Don't worry about the laugh.
No.
At some point, we'll be live.
No.
At some point, we'll be live, and y'all will see what happened. Y'all will see the joy.
No, you don't get to do that because
you'll see the joy.
And this might not make it, people, but typically
It's
when something like this happens,
it's in there.
This kind of get left on the cutting room floor. Oh, but
no. Go, get it out.
My brother had a Butterfinger moment. You know,
I was so excited.
Yeah, we
so
ran
excited.
in, so you know, y'all will see what I mean later.
So we didn't get too far.
No.
Because I have allowed us to do a whole episode. Only for it not to be an episode.
Yeah.
You gotta hit all the buttons, people. I produce. I do a lot of them. I'm not just talented on the camera. Whether you think I'm talented or not, it's up for debate. Speaking of which, it seems like content is resonating.
Yes, sir.
But how you doing first?
I'm good, man. Everything's good. I'm happy. I'm getting healthier by the day. Not that I'm unhealthy, but I'm not as healthy as I
You ain't got to qualify.
Need to be.
Yeah, you ain't got to qualify.
But healthier by the day. What about you? What's the word?
We taking the wins, man. And I'm glad you said that to make me say that because I'm going to start taking my wins in real time.
Yes, Lord.
Stop comparing to my lofty ideas, which will be accomplished in due time.
That's right.
Just not today. But whenever it happens, it will be that day.
When it's supposed to happen, it's going to be that day.
It will be. There's only today. There's only now. So trying to make all these now matter so that future nows will be successful too. But been good, man. Video production picking back up. Had a client resurface. That's good. It's because that's like the sweet spot.
Yeah.
The sweet spot money. Where it's corporate videos, go in there, do your thing. And they take direction. You know, it's not a whole lot of personality involved.
That's right.
So it's been good, man. But as I was starting to say, for the second time now, content circulating.
That's right.
Learning a lot. Learning. I'm getting better at letting the comments be. And now it's not so much comments coming at either one of us, which that's fine. But it's what's happening in the comments. Now I have started to block people because I've seen the temperament go off the rails.
Yeah.
A couple guys in there like, where you at? Meet up. Pull up.
I saw it, man.
Block said, we ain't over here doing that.
No.
If you came to this page and got this far down in discussion, and that's what you still have to offer, the content ain't for you right now.
Not yet. Not yet.
Right now.
Not yet.
Work through some other stuff.
Like
but
you can see it, but you're not ready to engage if you that move to be like, I want to put my hands on it.
For what?
Hey.
You trying to introduce yourself to somebody in the comments to fight. To catch a case. We ain't no case supporters.
No.
But it's been good, man. Like, share, subscribe.
Ooh, on the top of the hour.
I'm trying to get back into it, man. Like, share, subscribe. If you see anything about a book come across your screen, hit that QR code to see what it's about. See what it's about. It's a whole lot of happy going on right now.
Yeah.
And I know happiness is a feeling and it's fleeting.
Yeah.
But I'll take the moments.
Yes.
I'll take the moments, man. So I kind of want to, as it's typical, as it's tradition, we don't discuss. I think we may have one time decided on a topic because we needed to come with 5 points. I think we were talking about the 5 things in fatherhood, something like that. We brought something to the table. But for those that don't know, because we don't know where you're joining the journey, we have conversations live. Another thing that the comments pointed out to me is that because our conversations are so natural, people think they're scripted.
Really?
Yeah.
Listen.
Just like this whole take, y'all just like, dude, we sit down and actually talk about what we would talk about in the garage.
And we rotate picking topics. We have a topic bank.
Yeah.
If we have an idea through the day, we drop it in the bank. And we rotate on what we call drive in the episode.
Yeah.
So I'll drop a topic and see his perspective and vice versa. The other person don't even know what the topic is until we go live. And it's like, okay, like right now, today he's driving. I have absolutely no idea.
No idea, but watch it make sense. So, because the other thing I learned is that sometimes it's not the timing of when it works is not under my control.
Yes,
and I'm learning. I'm releasing.
Yeah,
because the stuff that I posted in the last couple of weeks have been throwbacks, and I'll say that.
Yeah,
they're actually on the page before, but they didn't get any visibility. But posting them now, they resonate. So that lets me know that we've been on track for a minute.
Yes.
And there's a reason to keep going. Not that we need an external reason.
Right.
Also, this is not therapy. It's therapeutic for us having a conversation. But again, we have these conversations in the garage. Had a real meaningful conversation in the garage that he don't have an update on. That at some point will be a topic of discussion.
Yeah.
Because it's helpful, not because it's sensational,
right,
but because it's helpful. So I kind of want to, one comment really stood out to me as much as I'm saying learn to manage the comment. Well, I guess this is part of managing the comments is, so what makes fatherhood and being a husband worth it? And he was responding to a specific clip as it happens, right? And the clip is a microcosm of a larger conversation.
Right.
Most people are never going to go to the whole conversation, let alone get the whole clip.
Right.
There could be a clip right beside it that answers
that question,
what you're looking for.
Yeah.
I was like, man, maybe it would be good to have a specific conversation, unscripted, about how we feel about what works, because we've had experience. Like you've had 2 different experiences that have accumulated a collective experience over time. I've had one continuous experience that has accumulated a perspective over time. So what makes, and we'll start with being a husband. What makes being a husband worth it for you?
In my opinion, what the reward, if you will, is when you're single and you're out dating, if that's what your single existence looks like, you're constantly meeting a stranger over and over and over and over and over. And you're trying to build a rapport, a connection. So there's still this hesitancy in you that I don't know this person. I don't know what I'm up against. I don't know about any hidden agendas. I don't know what you got. Like, why you over here? You know what I mean? And so once you finally build and work past that barrier, because it's a barrier, a necessary one, but a barrier nonetheless. When you finally get past that and now you have somebody that you know, they know you, you know the good and the bad and the ugly, and vice versa. You don't have to hide anything anymore. Like, I can't let this out yet. We're not on that phase. I don't know how this person going to accept this or know this or receive this about me.
Right.
So when you genuinely 1000% have reached a point, and the sad thing is some people haven't reached that in marriage. It's a work. Still. But however, you're to some point for you to have said, okay, we're ready to move into marriage. And now this is a person that is by design supposed to have your best interests at heart. Right. So for me, I'm gonna speak on I don't want to speak too general. So for me, this person has my best interests at heart. I move a certain way. Sometimes I get overly aggressive in an area, especially business wise. Like I'll see an opportunity and I kind of go into, we're going to get this. And to have a person by your side that you love and trust enough to say, Well, hold on. I'm not saying don't do it.
Yeah.
But let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And you trust and value that person's perspective and opinion enough to know that they're not just trying to stunt your growth.
Yeah.
They just know, I've been around long enough to know if you jump off this cliff and you're not ready to jump off this cliff, you're going to kick yourself later. So now I know the conversation to have with you. So that balance, I need a certain level of checks and balance in my life.
Hold tight though.
Yeah.
How old were you when you were able to accept that challenge of your thought?
I said I accept it.
Oh, look at me. Look at me.
I say it's there.
Look at me. Look at me.
It's not comfortable in the moment sometimes,
Yeah.
but I kid
We
you
gotta
not.
be real, bro. I mean,
It's not comfortable
this
because
ain't no
in your mind,
presentation.
when you come up with an idea, who better than me? Who better than me?
How this not gonna work with me in
How this not gonna work? And
With-
God gave me this plan.
with me in it?
Yes. Because you know that's our favorite line.
Yeah.
God told me.
Yeah.
God laid this on my heart. So now, when somebody come talking to you about, well, hold on, did God tell you this part? Don't let that enemy use you like that.
Rebuke.
That's the first thing.
Rebuke. We rebuke y'all. We rebuke that wisdom.
Yeah. So, but I can say and applaud her for, she be right though. And that's the part where we kind of have to bite our tongue. But I appreciate it because the stupid mistakes I made as a young man.
Yeah.
This is the just a little nudge on the shoulder, man. That make it worth it for me because this lady has saved me some headaches and some bread.
Well, I tell you what, my
Whew.
pride has been a theme on this on this platform. It will continue to be. God ain't through. But it's the for me, it was the embarrassment of being, well, it's not one of these such the embarrassment of being wrong, but I put so much pressure on myself to always have the answer, like
Yes.
I said before.
Yeah.
And from what I saw in marriage, my dad made decisions, which I later learned were coordinated decisions.
Mhm.
And it's not that he presented anything like, son, you better, she better. No,
Right,
it's
right.
from what it looked like.
Right.
And again, not having these types of conversations early as a child, as a teenager, even as a young married adult.
Yeah.
Like that perspective would have been valuable. So that's why we do these conversations now. But just carrying that weight of, I got to figure it out. I got to figure it out. I got to figure it out. And you literally married a person to figure it out with. But I did. That was
Right.
the rationale for my decision. But it was something about my pride that was like, I know she right.
Mhm.
But if I can find an adjacent right, if I can find a right that gives us the same level of benefit, even though mine might take 18 more steps,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna tell her about 2 of the steps that it's gonna take. Yeah, it's just a couple more steps we're gonna take. When as I'm learning to let that go, life becomes a lot more enjoyable. So I know I stunted our growth as a couple, and we've been married 20 and a half years at this point. 20. Yeah. Well, a little bit more than 20 and a half, 20 years and 8 months.
Yeah.
And for me, the parts of it that weren't enjoyable was because I had that wall up of, this is my thing. I got to control this. I don't want your input. And me saying I don't want your input wasn't, well, it was dismissive. Let me call it what it was. It was dismissive, but it wasn't in terms of suggesting that she was less than.
Right.
It was my approach and my version of saying, I got this. Let me run with it. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Realize very quickly that I'm not built for all of the worry.
No.
And I don't know a man that is. I'm sure there's one in the comments.
We'll find out.
I'm sure
We'll know next week.
But I'm not built for all of the worry. And when things are out of whack for me, especially in my mind, nothing else functions properly.
Right.
As a husband, let alone as a father. And then starting to understand what I'm demonstrating is being duplicated.
Mhm.
That was an arresting revelation for me. It's like, oh, wait a minute. They're actually watching. So these flare-ups or these things that I have that might just be in the moment for me,
Right.
they're getting a collection of these things over time, and they start to understand that's who dad is. And even if it doesn't seem wrong for them, that's almost worse. Because now this is, to my sons, this is how a man presents. To my daughters, this is
Right.
it's cool to accept this.
Right.
And I'm not talking about abuse. I always got to say like physical or anything like that. But just trying so hard to be the man and not being the man that the situation requires.
Now, remember, we're talking about what we love, like, and enjoy about marriage now.
Yeah. So I love the being on this side of it now.
Yes.
Where I can, yeah. Pull me back in. Why I can let those things go and kind of let that guard down. My guard was up for years.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this because sometimes the perspective of these conversations doesn't include the what I did to contribute to it.
Right.
It's just received that, well, if you couldn't be happy, no, Ninja, I was creating.
I'm facilitating the foolery.
I was creating this. And part of the maturity was learning that I didn't have to be so in control of everything. I didn't have to worry about everything that I couldn't control. And there was actually somebody that was willing to to kind of shoulder that load with me. My wife is one of her, one of her strongest traits is working through adversity. If there's a person I could pick to go through chaos with, it's my wife.
That's right.
I don't want to be in chaos. And I'm saying, like, if I have a thing, or if I've created a thing, or we're going through something, her temperament doesn't make it worse.
That's a blessing.
The worst that it gets, so I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And being transparent, the worst that it got for me was because I wasn't allowing her to be what she was designed to be for me.
Oh, don't miss that.
So that part is enjoyable. So I guess the message is, be mindful of the years that you're shaving off of your happiness through your actions.
Being in the way.
Through your actions. Not gonna sit here and act like it's all, it's all roses and ice cream in the meadow field.
Yeah.
But it's, I know I did enough to prevent us being or functioning at an optimal point and being able to release it. And I got some work to do. I still got it's still some things that naturally, if it pops up, I don't naturally say, hey, I need help with this. It's not
how you made.
Yeah. It ain't second or third nature in every instance, but just knowing, like, there's a sense of, like you said, a sense of relief, knowing you have access to that kind of help.
Yes.
Whether it's big or small. So I definitely agree, and I enjoy that. The other part of being worth it as a husband is the challenge for me to grow.
Yeah.
In general. Because what got you here won't get you there. So you get married based on your experience to a point, or you ask for marriage. My approach, I asked her to marry me based on my experience to that point.
Right.
I wanted marriage based on what I thought it could be in the future. And I know for a fact that if I was not married to my wife, and I'm going to keep it in that context because I'm over the greener grass theory.
Yes.
Learned it over time, but I'm over the greener grass theory.
Yes.
Where she has required me to be a better person was in areas where I was comfortable not being a better person, because up until that point, life had worked out me being a kind of way.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was successful and comfortable for me. But and again, the challenges is the benefit. So I'm not saying don't take the word challenge as, see, that's why I want to do it. What, side note, anything that's worth doing that we want to be great at, we understand that it's like the challenge, like being able to talk about the challenges that you overcame is your resume.
And not only that, if it's worth having, and you really want whatever that is, you don't even care.
You put blinders on.
You don't even care. You don't see it.
You put blinders on to everything, deflect, or run through it head on.
Because I'm going over there.
Because I got to get there.
I'm getting there.
But a lot of us don't feel like that about marriage or being a father.
Everything but the right thing.
If you constantly looking for an exit, you'll see one every 2 miles.
Yeah, because you go in with an exit strategy.
Right.
You go in with the should this not work?
Should it not work?
Come on with that should this not work thing, man. Because obviously as well, you anytime you go into a situation and you have a predetermined expectation, it's almost certain you're gonna ruin it.
Yeah.
Because you know how hard it is to live up to an imagination? That's why it's an imagination. You can want the best for something. That's not an expectation. I really want this to work.
Yeah.
But if you're like, yep, I'm going to get married. It's going to be a 2-story house with this square footage, and it's going to have this type of fence out in the front. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Perhaps that's in the goal. It's there.
Yeah.
It's obtainable. But you've convinced yourself it's supposed to be there day one.
Right.
When I get married, it's supposed to be this many vehicles, this much. You've ruined it already.
Yeah.
So you're not even willing to embrace the work that perhaps is involved. Because if you want to show up to a cookie cutter, ready-made situation, you're not going to appreciate it or maintain it anyway.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what it took to get it, to build it. And so if you don't know what it takes to get something, obtain something, or build it, then it's likely you won't know how to maintain it.
Yeah.
Because you don't have enough vested interest in it to even go look and read into if you didn't. Okay, well, I didn't build it, but I at least want to study how to maintain this thing. You don't care.
Yeah.
You just want the benefit of that thing.
Yeah.
So the same thing as a relationship. This is my second marriage, right? In my first marriage, I had expectations. I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to step up. I'm going to play it like this. We're going to run it like this. But take care of her, raise my kids, I'm going to buy a house. Crashed out.
Right.
To the point where I left my first marriage swearing I'm never getting married again.
Right.
I start dating. I meet my current wife. 0 expectation. We're just having a good time.
Yeah.
But I looked up and it had been 60 days and I had seen this woman every single day for 60 days.
Right.
You see what I mean? So 0 expectation and just allowed the situations to be, grew into something amazing that benefited me to this day.
Right.
So that's just an example of the difference between expectations will ruin something.
Let's talk about that, because like what made her the person at the later stage in life, because I have my version of that at a much younger stage of life, which I'm sure you, like you said in your first marriage, you had, this is how it's going to be, but
yeah,
what made her still the answer?
Her personality complements my personality in a lot of areas. Not all, but a lot. You know what I mean? And I'm talking, when I say a lot, I mean way more than half.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She, I'm going to say 90%, but you're going to have somebody in the comments, man, that 10%, come on, man. Nobody's perfect.
It's the 10-90
I'm
rule.
certainly not perfect. So early in my life, I would have crashed this relationship out.
Right.
Because of who she is now. Like I'm looking at the version she is now.
Right.
And my younger version of me, I would have crashed this relationship out. Because she's very accepting and understanding of who my personality is to an extent. I'm a habitual line stepper. I'm going to toe the line, and I will step across the line as far as
what's over there.
My aggression, my reaction to a situation, and she'll be like, hey, you don't think that was a little too much that you just said to this person? Younger me would have crashed out. You trying to change me? But there's nothing wrong with the voice of reason saying, hey, be yourself, but not every situation deserves everything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I learn things from her. She learns things from me. So I absolutely wanted the opposite of anything I've ever had or experienced in my life, dating wise. Because I wasn't a dude that jumped in and out of relationships. Like growing up, I didn't do that girlfriend and We kicking it. We kicking it.
Out
When
you.
we not, we not.
Yeah, got you.
And so my first real relationship was my first marriage.
Right. The place to learn.
Yeah. So I went on dates, but that's another topic when we get to another platform, because we opened in another platform. Then now, this is my second relationship, and a lot of things that I learned about myself and my flaws in the first relationship, I don't want to repeat those flaws.
Yeah.
So I corrected them, tweaked them, and then she's more. Let me say this. This is very important. The same person can be two different people depending on who they're interacting with. And
For sure.
Some people act like they don't understand that. They're like, oh, you're a hypocrite. No, you're not. Because even as a parent, my parenting style now, I'm a totally different dad now. Part of it is age, wisdom, experience,
right,
patience, my God. But having a receptive, participating partner
right,
encourages me to do more, as opposed to, you can't bombard me with obligation. Because I'm going to take care of my business. But when you start to tell me things like, you should, why you not, you should, you better. Easy. Hold on there, Ma Pearl. Don't talk to me. But I better. So now you turn into, I'm a provider.
right.
I'm going to provide the basic necessities. That's miserable because the kids are going to suffer in this example.
Yeah.
So if you have a receptive person that is jumping in, doing things, and they're not complaining, they're not griping, let me take that load off you, baby. I got that. Let me do that. Because you see they do it, and it's not a chore, and they're not nagging you about it. Word nagging, because that word's thrown around in the male community.
Yeah, that's a tough one for me because I never did nag. Like even like now I was laughing at you saying you didn't have relationships, but I was relational.
Oh,
we had yeah.
What define relational?
So
please,
what you just said. Once the spirit of nag was identified,
God bless you and
catch the dough. Catch the. My roommate used to tell me, catch the bottom lock on your way out. Catch the bottom, because I there were things that were very important to me early on that I knew that situation wasn't going anywhere that was worth working through that.
Right.
Call it what you want, but I was wise enough to not try to force things to work, no matter how bad she was.
And that's the time to be that way.
Oof,
brilliant.
Oof.
Oh, that's brilliant. Good.
Hindsight, but the whole nagging thing. Yeah.
But that was it though. Like I can honestly say, and I'm not just saying this to toot her horn, she absolutely does bring out the best in me though. It's not always comfortable. Don't stop hearing married people or successful people say, man, I lost everything, and that drove me to create this empire that's now worth billions.
Right.
All you heard was, I lost everything. Man, I'm in a loving, healthy, wonderful, beautiful marriage, but sometimes we get on each other's nerves. I drive her crazy. She drive me crazy. See, that's why I'll never get married. Need nobody driving me crazy. What are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Just the extremes of, man, I bought this brand new Cadillac and it had a flat tire on it. 2 weeks later, never buying a Cadillac again.
Never buying a car again.
Oh, you?
Not buying anything with wheels again.
What's wrong with you? Yeah. So the moral of the story is, everything not perfect, but don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
My wife will, my wife's version of figure things out is way calmer than mine, because there are cycles that I have to go through until I don't. Until I don't. And one of them, unfortunately, is a temporary shutdown, because I got to process this thing. I got to think through all of the worst outcomes that are possibly going to happen.
Yes.
Because somebody lost the keys to the car. Out the window. Not yelling and screaming. And I'm giving a very generic example. Not yelling and screaming about anything, but I'm going to go off to the side and I'm like, probably lost the keys. Probably, what you doing when you lost the keys? Like, I'm going through all that in my mind. And Keisha's like, Well, did you ask them the last place they saw it? How dare you ask me, did I ask them that, if that makes sense?
And I did.
No.
I'm processing. I haven't made it to this step yet.
Yeah. Also, no. So I appreciate that about her. And sometimes the frustration that I express because of that is a flaw in me, which again is not a reason to not think positive about my marriage. It's recognizing that, hey, you know what? As awesome of a person as you are, that 98.9% that you got right, this little piece over here, because that was also me in school.
Yeah.
Like at the point where I started taking school serious, like I almost rather get a 75 on the test than a 95. Because now I'm like, the 75 suggested I didn't get a concept. The 95 suggested I made a clerical error. Did I not read the question? Did I not read?
Where does 5% go?
And then when I get back, I'm like, I didn't even finish reading the question. Like I'd be more annoyed by that because it was an opportunity to be at 100% that a me flaw happened versus, well, nah, I missed this whole concept. Like I understood this concept to be this way, and this whole section is wrong because I didn't get it.
That makes sense.
So it's her being able to look at things for what they actually are versus me looking at some things as what they potentially could evolve to. Because I go there.
Oh,
yeah, I do. What?
It's a must.
You lost your car keys, so the house keys was with it. We're gonna get robbed. Now I got to shoot somebody. Now I'm gonna be in jail. Now y'all can't provide for yourselves, and then my sons think it's okay to kill people. Are they going to be in gangs? It'd be the irrational
from this one thing right here.
It'd be the irrational thought.
Yeah.
And that's part of that is tongue in cheek. Well, not much of it. But just being able to have a different version of arriving at a solution is what I needed.
Yeah.
And nothing taught me that more than how important that was outside the house than being a corporate. Having all the solutions as a leader is the quickest way to fall as a leader.
It is.
If you only think you have the solution and you're either not listening or just pacifying people as they talk to you about what they believe can work.
And that's twofold. It's twofold because now, one, your approach, your team's approach is going to be one-dimensional. You have a team, but everybody's on that group thing. So whatever you say, they adapt to that. Why are you here?
They feel like they have to.
Right. If I have 10 people here, there should be 10 versions of an idea or approaches to an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear all 10 of them. You could absolutely trump what I was thinking.
Right.
Or combine 2 of them and be like, that's brilliant. Did you hear what you just said? But if you don't encourage that, you're stunting their growth and your productivity is only going to reach as high as you can go.
Right.
When it's 10 of us and we can steadily lift as we climb, if you will.
Indeed. So fatherhood, you've had 2 different experiences with that as well.
Yes.
And that was a cheap way of saying it, because if you have one kid, you have more than one experience with fatherhood because you change, they change.
That's true.
They all algorithms, but I was talking about 2 different phases of your life. What makes fatherhood worth it today? Why is it still yesterday?
Having people that unconditionally believe in you.
It's dangerous for me too.
Is worthwhile to me, man. Yeah. Like I don't care what kind of day you're having or did have or what you got going on.
Yeah.
To know that a human being that depends on you believes in everything that you do and say. What you say until they're teenagers, what you say is gospel.
Father God.
They're not going to second guess it. My dad said they'll defend that. And so be careful with that, because if you wrong, now you got your kid out here loud and wrong.
Advertising.
Swearing for God. This is what God said, but this is what your dad said, and he wrong. So I try to be careful with that, because I'm you know the dynamic in my house.
Watch the show.
Brain and brain.
Yeah.
So My kids run circles around me a couple of times a year. That's fine. I don't care. Be better
Hold
than
on.
me.
Is it Brain Junior?
Well, brain is
Yeah, I know.
is
That's what I'm
wife.
saying. Brain.
Wife.
Oh, okay.
I got the two herds. I got the herd convention.
Okay.
I say herd instead of nerd, so my son don't take offense. I just let y'all in on family secret. So when my wife or my 9-year-old says some out of this atmosphere, something or revelation about something, heard. So asking me trick questions about my life, like I don't know what the hell going on. I know what you're trying to do here, son. Go ask your mama. That's a mom question. So that to me though makes it worthwhile, man. They genuinely check on me. Like if I'm sitting down and I'm deep in thought about something, man, one of my sons will walk up to me and just say, "You okay, Dad? What you doing? What's going on?" And that, I don't care what I had going on, man. It's almost like it's either paused or it goes away.
Yeah.
And that actively makes me check into the moment right then of whatever they got going on. If they watching cartoons, I'll sit there and watch it with them for a few minutes. And the weight of the world, believe it or not, it seemed like it just kind of get off you a little bit. And I really appreciate that about them and about fatherhood because it's necessary. We get so caught up in providing and trying to make sure we raising them right and we teaching them right. And I got to make sure you have these values. And those things are absolutely important. But life is about balance. I don't want to be a parent who has forgotten what it's like to be a child. I feel like as a parent, we can rob our children of their innocence and of their experiences because we're so ready for them to be so serious and prepared.
Right.
Man, you're going into the digital era. They got all this AI. You need to be working. You need to be studying. You need to be on these computers. You need to be learning these programs and softwares and processes. Yes. But also there needs to be a break.
Go outside.
Go outside. Go play, man. Go sweat it out, run it out, yell, scream, kick, break something. Even if easy on that. But they're going to do that.
Yeah.
Caught my boys throwing rocks at the neighbor garage door at his house. Chump. But let the kids be kids, man.
The way you framed it was one of the things that I was thinking is they remind me that life is really going to be okay.
Yes.
And it's not as bad. It can't be as bad for them because they haven't had as many bad experiences to shape the way that they think negatively.
Mm-hmm.
All of this is taught. All of it is taught. That's why we believe anything can happen up until we get enough information or enough feedback that says nothing can happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
We believe that, and then something changes once we've heard it enough or seen it enough to and believe that. So it's like when I see them, like Eli, I've said it before, he'll just make stuff.
Yes.
And the medium will change. Before it was cardboard, then it might be Lego, it might be anything. But he'll just go away, get quiet, and come back like, ta-da.
Yeah.
And it's amazing, not because he's my son, but it's because it's actually like, hold on, I couldn't do this any faster than you did it.
No, right, right.
At best, I couldn't do it any faster.
Right.
I doubt if I could recreate it. If I could recreate it,
right.
Could I do it in the amount of time that it took you? And it's like, man, there's a freedom in that reminds me of, as much like you were saying, forcing them into adulthood. Sometimes we need to, I don't say walk away from adulthood, but remind ourselves what it was like to not have the weight of the world on you. Like you said, those moments.
Correct.
Those moments help. Eden is the one that'll be like, you good? You look stressed. And I'm happy about it, but I'm also concerned, like, man, why does she know? Like, what am I presenting?
Yes. Yes.
That is because I try to be so careful and mindful of what I'm demonstrating. I'm like, man, is the day so far beyond me that I don't even know how
I don't even know
what my facial expression says. And sometimes that's the case. So, it's and then there's the adults. You said when they become teenagers, man, I got 3 adult children.
Listen.
One of them has a child. And the joy in that is different, and the concerns are different. Because I'm not in the place where I'm still trying to hover. I never really hovered.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very protective when we would go out. Like, we would go out and I wouldn't enjoy myself because I'm always looking around.
On guard.
On guard.
On guard.
But allowing them to show you the return on what you've done to that point.
Yes.
Because it's really on them. It's like they haven't walked away where they don't have any support or net or, any guidance. But it's like these are people out, these are big humans interacting with other big humans, and I have no say over how that go.
No.
I really just see results. Have conversations and hope they still stick, but seeing the decisions that they make, and I'll never agree with all of them. I don't agree with all the decisions I made in retrospect. In the moment, absolutely, it was the right thing to do.
Yeah,
absolutely
right now.
The right thing to do.
Yeah.
In hindsight,
shouldn't have done that.
Wife was probably right. Time or two. But seeing how they adjust to when things don't go their way, when things do go their way, when they have a gap between where they are and where they need to be or where they want to be, what do?
How you close that gap?
Are you sitting and sulking? Are you getting after it? Are you researching? Are you asking questions? Are you trying things?
Right.
And I'm very content with what I'm seeing. Of course, there are things that I would put this piece over here.
Yeah.
Because I've already lost enough pieces, but they don't have that perspective other than me telling them. So again, give them as much information as possible, but life is to be lived.
Certainly.
Not just heard about.
No.
So they got to go out there and they got to mix it up with the world and see what's returned. But I'm enjoying this phase. Of course, there are things that I want to be better and different quicker, but to me, it's still worth it. And to catch the audience, I have 5 children. Today, they are 22, 19, 18, 12, and 10. And we got a couple birthdays left this year. So it's just the gamut.
Yeah.
Right? So if there's a question about my perspective, hopefully that gives you context. And that doesn't mean I know everything. That means I have a great deal of experience in this house, and they've always been in the same house. And it's still yes. There's nothing that I would actually, I used to be, some people say, what would you do different? If you got married again, would you do this? I don't even entertain that conversation at all anymore.
Right.
Because it disregard, like, I can't imagine life not having met my children.
Right.
Like, let alone like doing life with them, like having not like, oh, but you would have had, Nick, I don't know them though.
Right.
I don't.
That's not worth it. That's not a trade-off.
There's nothing that I've been through in life that says, man, it would have been cooler if I never met any of them.
And people don't look at it that deep. They focus on the marriage part.
Yeah.
But if you undo one thing, you undo everything.
Yeah.
And so now if I remove this piece, everything that was built, including my children, with that person, goes away. That's why you can't live in regret. You can't live in, I would go back and change that. You cannot.
Yeah.
It's in place for a reason. Whatever it is, good, bad, or indifferent. It took place. This was a product of it taking place.
Right.
So if you say, I want to change that, then even the things you enjoy that came from that goes away as well. Are you willing to trade that?
Yeah.
And you should not be, if we're talking about children, not for all the money in the world.
And this is not saying that stay in the marriage because of the kids. I'm saying all of it is interconnected.
Right.
You can't undo one piece without the other. Like, if you're unhappy, and I'm not saying stay unhappy. I think there will be unhappy times that you should stay through. Like, there are unhappy times on the job that you figure out.
And you figure it out.
There are unhappy times on that professional sports team that you live your whole life and worked your whole life for, men and women.
Uh-oh.
All of this led up to that.
2 and 7. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well,
I'm shocked you put that in there.
Fortunately, I mean, I've never
I'm
been
shocked you put that in there.
y'all little team having
Cowboys
y'all little team having a time. It's cool.
Big team.
Little team having a time.
Big team.
It's
We're
cool.
doing it.
Who y'all
Tampa
played?
Bay Buccaneers. We're doing it.
Who y'all played?
Who have we played?
Yeah.
NFL teams, professional.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
Same teams that are beating the life out of you guys.
And
beating the life out of the Dallas Cowboys.
In typical derailing fashion, he's taking me
like
off
that.
Of,
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just couldn't believe you threw that in there.
I was talking about it was an
hang in there. No, I'm gonna pick up where you left off. You're gonna ride or die with these bums.
That's fine.
Of a sports team through the good, bad, and ugly. Certainly, your wife, your family, your marriage,
certainly
is worth you sticking it out through a hard day or a hardship.
Yeah, and that for me is worth it.
Yeah, real life.
It's worth it because I'm with the person I'm supposed to be with.
Amen.
So this is not blanket general statement that marriage equals this.
No, because this is my second.
Marriage is a certificate, is a license and a witness, and somebody that is authorized to say some things about you.
That's a wedding.
No, that means you're married.
Yeah, but that's a wedding. Marriage, now hold on, let me get you right there.
Come on.
The marriage portion is the relationship.
Okay.
The work, the interaction, the building, the understanding, the communication, that's the marriage.
So if you don't have a good version of that after the wedding, what do you have?
A divorce.
No. You haven't done that. You still have a marriage. Unhealthy, not good, not great. What I'm saying is don't lock in with the idea of a marriage being a thing on its own.
Okay. Yeah.
Like it just because you did this, you're in a marriage. Whether y'all look at each other after the honeymoon or not, you still have a marriage.
That's true. That is true.
What kind of effort are you going to put into it to make it the desirable life that you want? That's what I'm saying.
Together from both sides.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I get it. Yep. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
You get it.
Yeah. So, and take responsibility for your choice.
Man.
That's another thing in the comments. I'm like, man, wow. We who's going to say I chose bad?
Because you felt a certain way about this person at one point.
Yeah.
As bad as my first relationship went, at some point it could not have been that bad, or we wouldn't have ended up married with children.
You still chose.
Yeah. So, to your point, I have a 24-year-old. My second son will be 21 next week. I have a 19-year-old son, 15-year-old daughter, 9-year-old son, 7-year-old son. My 9-year-old will be 10 next month. So 24, 21, 19, 15, 9, and 7.
Yeah.
So we pushing, man.
Yeah.
We pushing.
Net, it's all worth it.
Yeah.
What you got in closing?
In closing, be patient, be loving, and check in. To help bring that home, if you will, I saw a guy post a reel on social media, and it helped this idea resonate with me. As a baby, when your child is a baby, you're rushing. Come on, say dad, say daddy, say daddy. And then 5, 6 years old, he riding in the truck and his daughter in the back seat. Daddy, 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 daddy. So he holding his head like, be quiet, stop talking. So you rushing your kids to get to a point. That's the grandparent cheat code. Relax and just know that it's coming. Enjoy this phase.
Yeah.
Because you know the next stuff is pretty much automatic. It's autopilot. They're going to have to walk, barring.
Yeah.
But if they're healthy, a healthy child, they're going to walk, they're going to talk, they're going to eat, they're going to grow, they're going to progress. God bless you. That's it.
I hope this was helpful.
Yeah.
It's the purpose of the platform, Dear Son, what I wish my father told me, is having conversations that we necessarily didn't have with our fathers or at the right time, if ever, in conversations we don't want to avoid with our son. It would have been great to have this catalog of conversations on standby at 18, 19. Like,
That's
oh,
well.
that's potential. Oh, that could happen. Oh, you went through that. So it's about the whole experience of a man. Every man is not a father, but every man is a son. Dear son, what I wish my father told me. That's going to do it for this episode. We appreciate you guys. God bless you. Peace.